Hey, welcome back everybody. Today is freaking exciting and awesome. It's a beautiful day, and my intention is to get that AMG back on the road. So currently I'm driving my dad's ISF, you know, in the F. But yeah, so I'm gonna be heading to Mercedes right now, pick up some gaskets, and then we're going straight into working on thing. There's a lot of bright light right there. We're gonna have to come from this angle. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go get some gaskets. They were special ordered in for me, and then from there we will yeah, tear into the AMG, and I intend to get it done today. So I'm gonna try to give you guys as much detail as I can as I'm doing it, but again, it's, you know, I can only do so much with one hand, you know. Well, I got two hands, but you know what I mean, like I don't have anybody there to help record me while I'm doing it. I'll be doing everything by myself, so I'll do the best I can, keep you guys informed with everything. The teardown is pretty much already like partially done. The thing that I have to deal with right now is getting the belt off, and then getting the pulleys off, and getting the turbo piping off. Once all that's removed, then the rest of the wiring harness can get pushed to the side, and then I can go after the coolant hoses, and then we should start just attacking the bolts on the manifold. So it's fairly simple. What I need to do is just going to be a little bit time consuming, and then obviously I got to pull one of the down pipes off to do the motor mount, and then I'm debating on not if I'm going to put the diffuser on yet, because I got to remove the rear bumper. Depends on how fast I get done with everything else. You know, who knows, I might not even finish today, something else might break, but that's the way it goes being a mechanic. But for the most part, fingers crossed, everything should be good. So I'm looking forward to getting it done. You know, so let's go and do this. And so yeah, I appreciate you guys, you know, following along with me. Anyway, so yeah, we're driving the ISF right now. Beautiful sounding car. Oh yeah, it's fast enough to get the job done, you know, and it's just it's a beautiful car, beautiful sounding car. Let me see. You get a little pull sound to it, but yeah, it sounds amazing. One of the most reliable cars you could ever purchase to enjoy with a V8. My dad's had this car, what, 5 years, and literally we've really had no issues, like literally, like none. Beautiful car, stupid reliable. So if you're interested in buying a reliable sports car, it's not the fastest, but it's fast enough to get the job done. So, you know, it makes 400 horsepower, you know, and it's light, it's agile, it'll do the job. So, but yeah, anyways, let's get here to Mercedes, let's get these parts, and let's get back to the house and get this shit done. Boom, just like that, pulled up to Mercedes. Of course, there's a BMW, but yeah, let's go get these parts. All right, so we're here at my dad's now, and we are gonna get this started. So check this out. Got the tool bench. Look how dirty this thing is. It is just getting rained on, dirt, dust, the works. So as you guys can see and remember, it's not too far off from what it was before. Get the hood all the way up, thanks to Mercedes. You know, we got those 90-degree angle hoods. And I removed this stuff right here, little cover piece. Yeah, so but right now I'm going to be focusing on trying to get the belt off, and then removing this pulley, and then coming over here and getting these turbo pipes off. Once those are off, then I can finish the wiring, and then the boost lines I'll probably remove. There's them right here. What else was I gonna do? Yeah, so the split cooling's pretty much out. I'm just gonna pull it off completely, so it's gonna leak a little bit, get on the floor. So I jacked the car up a little bit, and then keep going towards. We're gonna start doing the fuel lines after that. After all this is done, then I'm gonna go after the fuel lines. You guys seen on my other video already on how I did the fuel lines. I mean, you literally, it's a, I think it was a 18 or a 19 and then some Torx, and that's it. And they just pull right up. Remember which way you took them off. That one's gonna have to get bent a little bit to get out, but other than that, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. And then again, it looks like a lot, but my wiring harness is already up right here, so I just gotta move it out of the way, and then pull the manifold up pretty much once I'm done with that. So yeah, again, with no help, it's gonna be a little bit rough doing it by myself, but it's nothing I can't handle. It is my first time doing it though, so I definitely gonna want to get the air compressor out though, and I'm gonna blow all the stuff out that's in here. So, and then we gotta do the motor mount today too. Hopefully, I just want to get the car back to starting and running again with no leaks. And I forgot that I still need to go buy coolant, so I'm just gonna need to do that as well. Dang it! I just thought about it right now. I need to go get coolant. Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna dive right into this, you guys. So, again, I'll just give you guys updates as I've removed things, because I don't have anything to prop my GoPro up with. And if I do a time lapse, where I'm going to be working at right now, you can't see anything. So hopefully later when I start doing the manifold itself, you know, that's more visible, I can put the GoPro up to where you guys can see it properly. But as of right now, when I'm working down in here, yeah, I can't even see myself what I'm going to be doing down there. So there's no point in having you guys get recorded on that. So yeah, so let me get that going, and then I'll come back to you guys when I start the manifold. So, all right, let's do it. Alright, so just a small update. We got the pulley off. The belt is just down there is a 14. You just move it on the pulley. And then right here, you just have your Torx. It's 4 Torx, and that takes off the pulley. And then I just pulled this hose off right here, so I got the split cooling out of the way. So yeah, and now I'm just loosening every bolt that I can to start getting these turbo pipes off. And then I'm gonna, yeah, I gotta jump over here, start doing this wiring harness so I can get these fuel lines off. So there's your small update, trying to do the best I can. But yeah, we're getting somewhere, little by little. Okay, so right here, I got the fuel lines off. So I have them in order the way they came off. I didn't have to bend it after all. If you just like take your time and work it, and you'll be able to get it to come off. It was still a little difficult, but yeah. So the fuel's off now. We're starting to look pretty naked in here. It looks good. So right now what I'm going to be doing is I got to keep loosening these turbo pipes. Like there's a couple more bolts on them that I got to get off, and then so I can get the ones to go to the intercooler off, and then loosen up the pipes right here, the coolant lines I mean. And from there I'm going to blow out the inside, because if you look in there, it's, let me see if I get a flashlight. I don't know if I got one. Let me see if I got a flashlight in this. Always losing it. Let's see. Ooh! Alright, so let's see if it's any bright though. Can you see this? Let's see. This flashlight doesn't even work. All excited for no reason. Wow. It's a dead flashlight. Okay. So anyways, in between there's just nothing but dirt and little particles, dust, fucking gross stuff. So I'm gonna try to blow all that out. So cover this stuff up, blow it out before pulling the intake manifold up, and then worrying about anything dropping into the valves. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna work on right now, is getting that blown out. And then yeah, I'll keep going. But yeah, we're making some great progress. This is all undone. It's just I have one right here that goes to the thermostat, and until these get loosened, it won't come out, so I can move that out of the way. So little by little, like I said, we're gonna get it. Alright, so we haven't made a ton of progress, but just trying to give you guys an update. I've gotten these loose now off the intercooler, and then this pipe is loose. And then that's pretty much what I've been fighting with right now. I got one of the plugs undone right here, and then I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these coolant lines, because they're not coming loose. Problem is, see, I don't want to take these off the turbos, because on this side, both of the clamps at the bottom on the turbo side, I can't get to. They're facing downwards, so I'm not able to loosen them up. And so I don't want to, I mean, I could wiggle them off, like pry them off, and then I'd have to sit there and you know, it weakens the rubber, and if I rip the rubber, then I'm done for now until I order new ones, and so I don't want to take that risk. So I'm going to need to probably take these hose clamps off right here, which are going to be a pain in the butt as well. So I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go with that. I've already blown the whole center off now, so this is ready to come up, you know. And as for most of this stuff, we're pretty much in business right here for all this stuff to come up. All right, a little bit more time has passed, and yeah, this is loose. I had to, you know, pry it up a little bit, but it's loose. Oh, all the bolts are loose. I had to, at the other one I took off, I had to pry this one up too. So other than that, that's it. I'm gonna have to try to get this up without cracking it. So I pried the other one just little bits here and there until it popped up, but I don't want to break it. So, but yeah, so this is it. It's getting ready to come up. So just gotta keep prying on it until it pops up. Don't pry on it too hard, it's plastic. So that's the fun part about it. Okay, like I said, after using my pry bar on the side, the edges just real slowly, it's moving, it's wiggling, it's ready to come out now. So now I just need to get it lifted up. It's gonna be a pain. All right, looks like we had a little hiccup. I ended up breaking this little hose adapter right here, and thankfully Mercedes was open and I was able to go get a brand new one, and it was only $5. So here's the broken one. Yeah, I leaned on it trying to pull the cooler out. So yeah, but yeah. All right, so my boy Julian ended up showing up to help me pull this thing out. I needed someone to hold it while I was doing the clips in the back. But yeah, here it's out now. You can see definitely there was a leak. I'm gonna have to vacuum all that up. Got it. We did crack this back here, but I think we're gonna still be okay to reuse it. For the most part, everything looks good. So yeah, here she is. This is it out. I'm gonna be pulling this off now and switching with the new one, replacing all the gaskets, cleaning all that up, and then throwing her back in and, you know, getting it back together. So, but yeah, there you go. It's doable. Pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. Alright, so right now I'm just taking off the 4 screws that are holding in the intercooler or heat exchanger. Breaking them loose, but trying to see where this leak is coming from, because it doesn't make sense so far. There's no busted hoses, no bad lines, so I don't know where it is. And the only way you can tell if the intercooler is bad is once I pull the throttle body off, if it's leaking coolant through it. So I have to check that out once I get there, but I have to take these off first. So yeah. Starts getting slippery with all the coolant on here. Come on. I should have brought my impact. Wasn't thinking.
You know what? I think I have my impact in my car.
Well, it doesn't matter now. I'm already this far. I only got one more screw left. Yeah, mine's in my work truck. So I was like, man. Alright, so we got that done, Okay, so now it should detach, but it's going to be still stuck to the throttle body. So we're going to have to loosen that up. Let's see. We need just a flathead. I think I have one right there. So we'll see somewhere right there on the... Thank you. Let's get this loose. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Oh, this is stuck right here, the wire. Where's the price? little tab. There it goes. Okay. There we go. Alright, so surprisingly enough, it doesn't look like I'll have to take the throttle body off itself to see. So let's do that next. Okay, so pulled the bolts out of the throttle body, and there it is. It's out. Undo this clip. But it's not leaking. Intercooler is not leaking. So I have no idea now what is bad. That's not good. Yeah, we have no leak right here, so. Yeah, I have no idea. That's not good. That's not good news. I am going to be replacing these two hoses. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the intercooler is bad or not. It's not. The telltale sign if you had a bad intercooler, it would have been leaking right there where the throttle body's at. So, it's not doing that. So I don't know if that's the issue or not. Or if one of these lines is bad, or if there's a crack, because I can't pressure test it. So I don't know. So as of right now, that's where I gotta call it. Just gotta put it back together, kind of, and then go from there and see what happens. So, but yeah, not good news. Okay, so after further inspection, I think that we're gonna determine that it was in fact a hose that was busted in the back. And if we look back here, I've already taken it off. Right there, which would be considered, I want to say it's a heater core hose, but I don't know if it is. But you can see there's a leak that was there, and you can see there's splatter right there. So you wouldn't have noticed that until the manifold came off.
Stop texting.
So, but anyway, so this is the hose that was there, and basically, let me see if I can hold this and do this at the same time. You can twist it. Let me see. I gotta put this down right here. So,
you want me to hold it?
Yeah, hold this for me, please. Okay, so basically, I can't find anything bad with the hose. There's a little mark right there, but this 90 degrees, you can spin it. Okay, so you're not supposed to be able to spin that at all. That's the only thing I can figure out. There's splatter right there. There's nothing bad with any of the lines, and there's clearly there was something that broke on that certain spot. This would make sense because I have a bad motor mount. So, man, my motor is rocking like that, you know, because I've shredded the driver's side motor mount. So if this is in there and the motor's rocking, this thing's just ripping like that. So I'm assuming that it busted loose and started leaking. I don't know. I don't know. But went to Mercedes. Here's the new one. And they changed it. So this is completely different now. So I'm going to just assume that there was a recall of some sort, because why else would they change it, make it different? So I'm sure other people were having an issue with leaking right there. So either way, did a lot of work. Regardless, I would have had to pull the manifold out to get this. So I wouldn't have had to take the cooler off necessarily, but it really doesn't make a difference. It was 4 bolts. So got all new gaskets. Gonna throw this in and then start the reassembly of this M157. Jesus. So I'm not gonna bring you guys along with the reassembly. I'll just come back to you guys once it's done. So I'm hoping that it's still today. So as you can probably tell, disappointment. Yeah, I got the car completely back together, put in coolant, and as I was putting in the coolant, I hear tons and tons of liquid hitting the floor. And I'm like, there's no way, there's no way. So I stopped putting the coolant in and got the jack out and proceeded to, you know, jack the car up, try to pinpoint where it's leaking from, because I'm like, there's no hoses underneath the car. I didn't mess with anything on the radiator on the lower end, and I'm like, I know I put everything back together perfectly, with everything tightened, all new gaskets. So I was like, there's no way it's leaking, there's no way. And for the amount that it was dumping out, doesn't even make any sense. So I was like, there's something got to be wrong here. So I pulled the, basically pulled the lower plastics off, And by doing that, I seen around the bell housing, you know, that's where above the bell housing is where it's leaking from. And I'm like, okay, I replaced that hose and I know I snapped it in. So I was like, all right. And after putting more in and, you know, getting my phone back there, I was able to determine, yes, the bypass valve was the culprit. That was the problem this entire time. That's what's bad on my car, the bypass valve. And so it's on the back of the driver's side cylinder head. It's a little plastic thing that actually in 2012 we don't even use. There's a plug on it, but there's no wires that are actually ran to it. And it's not a part that they stock in the US. It's a legit, you have to order it from Germany, and you can only order it through Mercedes-Benz. Maybe there's some online stuff, but every time I look it up online, it ends up going into German, and I can't understand it. So yes, all that work and driving, I guess you can say I got knowledge from it. Part is about 150 bucks, so it's not too bad. But yeah, and I do have to pull the manifold out. In that last clip, I'm going to try to see if I can cut it and show you guys. In the last clip, you'll see it. The little black box right where everything exploded, that's the problem. I was right there. I can't believe I was right there and I didn't replace it because I didn't know. Just crap. Ugh. If I had just pulled that out and put a new one in, then the car would be running right now. Either way, it's a 2-week out part. So when that comes, you know, in, I have to pull the entire manifold out again and do that whole job over and put it back together. So it's a little bit frustrating. You know, buy a Mercedes, they said. But overall, it's not too bad once you start getting into it. Having that experience of tearing down the other one and then tearing mine down, putting it back together, it's really not that bad. I'll be able to do it in a day, tops, taking it apart, putting it back together with putting in the new bypass valve. So I'm not really worried about it or sweating it too much. I just can't believe that that was the actual culprit. I didn't need the intercooler or heat exchanger, whatever you want to call it. So other than that, though, that's what's going on right now. That's the update. I know I thought I took a video of me having the car complete and you know taking the video of it complete, but I didn't have it. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's the disappointment. So the next video will be me installing that bypass valve and getting the car back up and running. Also, at that time, I'll put the diffuser on and put in the motor mount. So yeah, but I appreciate you guys for following along, and I'm hoping this helps you guys out at least, you know, a little bit. So, you know, thank you guys a lot. You know, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. So let's go. Yo!